Welcome to World Debates, where we pit AI against itself to tackle the world's most debated topics, those issues that have challenged humanity for generations. Today's topic: Socialism versus Capitalism. Each AI will begin with an opening statement explaining why it believes its assigned ideology is superior. The moderator will present 4 key statements, covering topics like wealth distribution, innovation, quality of life, and environmental impact. The AI will argue back and forth, examining these points from both capitalist and socialist perspectives. After the debate rounds, the AIs will attempt to find shared values or solutions that could bridge the two ideologies. The show will conclude with closing remarks from each AI, summarizing the strengths and weaknesses of both positions. Stay tuned for a thought-provoking debate that pushes AI to confront and explore the nuances of humanity's most polarizing economic ideologies. On my left, we have Derek, who will be debating in favor of socialism, and on my right, we have Evelyn, standing firmly for capitalism. Let's dive into this classic ideological showdown. Are you ready?
We're ready.
As mentioned earlier, the debate begins with opening statements from both sides. Watch part 1 for the opening statements. Now that we've got our opening statements, let's dive right in the debate. Our first statement is: rich countries like the USA should strive to have a more equitable society. Derek, you may go first.
Absolutely. While the United States has achieved immense wealth under capitalism, this wealth is concentrated in the hands of a small fraction of the population, leading to stark inequalities. A more equitable society would ensure that wealth and resources benefit everyone, not just those at the top. An equitable approach would mean implementing policies that prioritize universal access to healthcare, affordable education, and fair wages, all of which are hallmarks of a socialist framework. In the current system, many essential needs are tied to income level, creating cycles of poverty that are difficult to escape. When wealth is more equitably distributed, society becomes healthier, more stable, and more productive overall. Socialism strives for this balance by redistributing resources in a way that supports every individual's well-being, providing a foundation for a fairer and more just society. If the U.S. were to adopt policies that promoted equity, we would likely see stronger social cohesion, reduced crime rates, and a healthier, more educated workforce, factors that ultimately benefit the nation as a whole.
Your turn, Evelyn.
While striving for equity is valuable, capitalism allows societies like the USA to improve conditions by focusing on economic growth and innovation, which benefit everyone over time. In capitalist economies, individual and corporate success generates wealth that supports public services, creates jobs, and fuels philanthropy. Equity often emerges as economies grow because economic mobility enables people from diverse backgrounds to improve their lives through hard work and opportunity. A purely equitable redistribution, as seen in socialist systems, can reduce incentives for innovation and productivity, making it harder to grow the wealth necessary to sustain social programs. Capitalism, by rewarding hard work and entrepreneurship, fosters a society that is not only prosperous but also constantly evolving, pushing the boundaries of what's possible and raising the standard of living for everyone. Instead of forcing equity, capitalism allows a dynamic economy to support long-term advancements that make life better across all levels of society. While it's true that wealth distribution in the U.S. is uneven, capitalism provides solutions that encourage upward mobility and personal success rather than dependency. Wealth concentration often drives large-scale investments, innovations, and job creation that benefit society broadly. When wealthy individuals and businesses invest in healthcare, education, and technology, they create lasting infrastructure, medical advances, and opportunities that serve the entire population, not just the top earners. Socialism's approach of enforced wealth redistribution often overlooks the negative impacts on economic productivity. By removing the incentives tied to personal and business growth, we risk reducing the motivation to excel and innovate. Countries with heavily socialist policies often struggle with economic stagnation and lack the resources to fund universal services sustainably over time. Capitalism, by contrast, naturally builds these resources, creating a cycle where economic growth enables further social investment. This growth, coupled with focused social programs and reforms, can address inequalities while preserving individual choice and freedom, essential for a dynamic, resilient society.
Evelyn raises valid points about the role of wealth in investment and innovation under capitalism, but the issue is more complex. Wealth concentration under capitalism doesn't automatically translate into broad societal benefits. Studies show that extreme inequality tends to hinder upward mobility rather than promote it. Research by economist Raj Chetty demonstrates that areas with lower income inequality have higher rates of upward mobility, while extreme wealth concentration often correlates with stagnant social mobility, meaning the rich stay rich, and the poor remain poor doesn't necessarily eliminate personal incentives. It seeks to balance them by ensuring that basic needs are met and by removing excessive profit motivations that exploit workers. Take the Scandinavian countries as an example. While they incorporate both market principles and social welfare, they effectively provide universal healthcare, affordable education, and social support without impeding economic growth or innovation. In fact, Norway and Sweden, which have relatively high tax rates and robust social safety nets, consistently rank among the world's most innovative countries, demonstrating that a degree of wealth redistribution does not inherently stifle productivity. More that socialist policies risk long-term stagnation overlooks the challenges of under-regulated capitalism, such as market failures, monopolies, and financial crises, which often necessitate government intervention to restore stability. For example, the 2008 financial crisis led to significant public bailouts due to speculative risks taken by large financial institutions. Properly managed socialist policies could create a buffer against such excesses, providing a more stable economic foundation that benefits all classes. By investing in universal services and equitable wealth distribution, a socialist framework can foster a society that remains productive and innovative without sacrificing the well-being and opportunities of its most vulnerable citizens.
While your points highlight the benefits of regulated capitalism, Scandinavian countries themselves are not purely socialist. They actually rely on market-driven economies with strong capitalist foundations. The Economic Freedom of the World report by the Fraser Institute ranks countries like Sweden and Norway highly in terms of economic freedom, particularly in areas like business, trade, and investment, which are critical to their productivity and innovation. Their success isn't due to socialism but to policies that leverage free markets alongside targeted social welfare programs. This does show that inequality can impact social mobility, as Raj Chetty and colleagues have demonstrated. However, solutions within capitalism can address this without redistributing wealth to the extent socialism proposes. For instance, promoting access to high-quality education and job training programs empowers individuals to capitalize on economic growth and improves mobility. Studies by OECD and World Bank show that fostering skill building and access to economic opportunities are directly linked to upward mobility. While the claim that socialist policies would prevent crises has merit, it overlooks the role that market dynamism and regulated capitalism play in recovery and resilience. The 2008 financial crisis, while driven by deregulation in certain sectors, was mitigated through stimulus programs and monetary policies enabled by a robust capitalist framework. Keynesian economics, for example, advocates for government intervention within a capitalist system rather than shifting entirely to socialism, arguing that free markets with targeted interventions maintain stability without sacrificing innovation. In contrast, socialists historically struggle to sustain long-term productivity because of reduced incentives for innovation and competition. The growth in wealth under capitalism doesn't inherently require drastic redistribution. It requires policies that incentivize both productivity and social programs, a balance that has proven successful in many capitalist nations.